Hello guys, it's me, and welcome to another Ropets video. In today's Roblox Ropets video, we're going to be discussing about something that Ropets, well, isn't, I'm not sure if actually planned to get anyone, but we're going to talk about Obbys. So you guys know the Obbys is something that people, or you guys, always go to get your coins and gems, because these the Obbys you get checkpoints, and also you get points by the other checkpoints, and it's basically only the way to get gems, except besides the pet me situation, the pet me thing. When you click your pet, you get gems, correct? So in today's video, we're going to be discussing if Roblox is going to be adding a new outro. I mean, they're going to be adding a new Obbys, because so far, the last Obby we have got has to be in February. I'm 100% sure their last update was on February. Their last Ropets Obby update was on February. So right now we have one of the iconic new Obbies that was added in October or September. I'm not quite sure. I don't know the Obby dates, but I know this was a new Obby. Before Ropets actually came, there was a few there was, I guess, 3 original? No. Because this Obby was added when an update came. This Obby wasn't added when Ropets first launched. Because I think there were only 3 different Obbys that you were able to run with. And they started adding new Obbys when they had a pet themed updates. I think this one added with the alpaca. I think I'm 100% sure, because I have a feeling that this was added when the alpaca pet came into game, or came into Ropets. So I have a feeling that this Obby came into the game when the alpaca came, and some of the Obby guys are kind of hard to beat. Not gonna lie, in my personally, this is one of my worst Obbies and my worst nightmare Obbies, to be honest. Like, sometimes the worst thing I hate about this Obby is that you gotta wait and all that stuff, but you don't need to worry, because yeah, wait, what am I saying to worry? But yeah, guys, this is just a short little video to say if Roblox will be adding a new Obby, which I think they're gonna add a new Obby, because like, you're gonna wanna have an Obby, of course, because if you don't have an Obby, well, what's the point of getting gems if you don't have new Obbies? And of course, sometimes the Obbies kind of rotate time to time. But the last Obby we have, I call it Blossom Obby, because it kind of resembles the Blossom Panda, and in one kind of way. And I'm not quite sure if the Ropets team have been thinking of adding new Obbies. The last Obby they added was the Blossom Obby, which they doesn't have a name, but I named it like that. But before the Blossom Obby, there was an Obby called Tower King Obby, which is not named. I actually named it. I don't work for Ropets, but you know, everything new has to have a name. Like a store has to have a name. Anything has to have a name. These are tall Obbys. I call this Jester Obby 2. Because there's been already a Jester Obby already in game, the first one. But even though Ropets hasn't even announced what these Obbys names are, but I actually just gave them names. I didn't tell Ropets to add these as names for the Obbys. I just made them myself and just described how the Obby looks like. To me, this looks like a Jester, because why would you have so much yellow and brown when it's Jestery and hot? So I call it Jester, or I may call it sometimes, or may not call it Choco Obby. But it doesn't look like it kind of reminds me of this kind of reminds me of a Jester, so I'm just still gonna call it Jester. So there's a few types of Obbys. I think there's one that I called Ice Obby, Earth Obby, and I think Earth, Ice, Jester 1 Obby, Jester Obby, Kingdom Obby and Blossom Obby. I think those were the only Obbies I know. If I'm kind of confused. But that's everything I have for today's video. It's kind of a short little video, but it's packed to something with our favorite things to get gems Obbies. But thank you so much for watching. Hope this video was kind of entertaining. I know I mostly do G videos and update videos, but I also want to do OG Ropets videos where we talk about the pack of Ropets. And comment down below if you guys want me to do more OG content of Ropets, because I have, and I'm gonna give you guys a tiny piece of the key of my next video. There's some buttons in this, the buttons in this screen right now. There are something that has an original end to it. You have to find out on my next video. Bye everyone!